Hello class, today I'll be showing you how to find radians and degrees. First of all, two simple formulas that you have to remember. For radians, pi over 180. For degrees is 180 over pi. When you're finding degrees, you would use 180 over pi, multiply them together, then you simplify to get your final answer. When finding radians, what you do is you multiply straight across, you divide, simplify to get your final answer. Pi over 2 radians. One tip to finding how to get radians or how to get degrees is rad people have pi's on top of their heads. So top over bottom. So this is the formula you'd use to get radians, to convert your degrees to radians. A second tip how to find degrees is you trash pairs. So whenever you have pi on top, you use the pi on the bottom, circle them, cancel them out, they go in the trash. What you do now is you just multiply straight across, multiply these two to get 1440, divide that by 5 to get your final answer. Pi's cancel out, go in the trash. Now relating it back to the unit circle. So in order to find radians and degrees always goes by 30, 15, 15, 30. So what now you do is you just keep adding. So once you get to 30, add 15, 15, 30. Just go all the way around. To find radians, what you do is, for the 30-degree angle, you mark your paper 1, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, 5, 6, 7, skip 1, 8, 9, 10, skip 1, 11, 12. And so you do pi over 6 for 1, 2 over pi, or 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6, all the way to 12 pi over 6. So that's how you find 30s and 60s. When you're trying to find the 45, what you do is you go 45, then you go 90, then you go 45, then you go 90 again. 45, 90, 45, 90, 45, 90. And so now what you do for the green ones is you put it under 4. So 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, all the way to 8 pi over 4 to get radians for your answer on the unit circle. In conclusion, you want to always remember that you have two formulas, radians versus degrees. In order to find those, you remember these simple tips. Rad people have pi's over their head, and you always trash pairs. Don't forget, it goes 30. It would go 30, 15, 15, 30, 15, 15, 30 to find your degrees. To find radians, always use the pink. So you'd go 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, all the way to 12 pi over 6. That's for the 30 and the 60 degree angles. In order to find 45s and 90s, you'd use the greens, which is 1 pi over 4, all the way to 8 pi over 4. I thank you for watching this video, and I hope this helped.
Hi, I'm Elisa Avila. I will be teaching sine and cosines and the quadrants of the unit circle. So basically, we're going to start with the unit circle. On the unit circle, it's basically set up like 90 degrees, 180, 270, and 360. That's already the given. And so on the unit circle, there's quadrants, 4 quadrants. The first quadrant would be right here. quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. One thing that you have to remember is that for quadrant 1, everything's positive. Sin, tan, cosine. They're all positive. And for quadrant 2, it's all sine. The trig function for sine, it's all positive except for cosine and tangent. For quadrant 3, tangent is positive and the rest are negative. For quadrant 4, it's cosine that's positive. Way that I remember it is using, well, actually I'm gonna write down, because a positive, it's all of them, all trig functions. For quadrant 2, it's sine. That's positive. And everything else is negative. For this one is tangent. For this one is cosine. I have a tip for you to remember all the quadrants. And so basically it's add sugar to coffee. And from there, it's actually important to remember that there's certain rotations that happen sometimes in the unit circle, and one of them goes counterclockwise, another one's clockwise. The counterclockwise is positive. And the one that happens clockwise would be negative. So basically the simple parts of the quadrants. It's just, remember, so all for quadrant 1 is all of them are positive. For quadrant 2, it would be sine and everything else will be negative. Quadrant 3, everything of tan trig function would be positive and everything will be negative. And for cosine, it would be all positive and the rest would, like sine, tan, they would be all negative. Now we're going to do an example to find cosine of the unit circle in the given of us already given, which is 30 angle degree for that one. For quadrant 1, it's positive, so the answer basically is going to be positive. So we have to incorporate the special right triangles there for 360-90 angle triangle. And so basically I will be making this into a triangle. We can work with it. And this one would be 90 degrees, so that would be 2x. And this one would be 60 angle, so that would have to be 6 radical 3. And we will have to solve for x. So now that we're gonna solve for x, I will have to start with to find 2x, and I will have to make it equal to 1. To solve for that, I will have to divide by 2, and then that's basically my answer is x equals 1/2. So therefore, since my 30-degree one is x, it would be 1/2 2, and since x is 1/2, I will have to multiply. Well, first of all, it would be radical 3 over 1 times 1/2. Radical 3 over 2, and that's the other answer that we were looking for. And now that we have these two, which are very important because that's the answer to the cosine that we're missing. And now that we have our two answers, we get to plug them in to the missing box. And it's x radical 3 over 2, 1 over 2. And that's the cosine that we were missing for that angle. That's it. Thank you.